Hey everybody!
Hello, ladies and gentlemen.
I don't know how well you're going to be able to hear us, but we're...
Trying a new experiment.
Yes, we are. What we're doing is an audio recording of a pay-per-view that we just got through watching. We're doing a review of WWE Money in the Bank 2016.
And we're just going to give our likes, dislikes, and whatnot on it. But of course, how we're doing is we're just heading back from a viewing party with a friend of ours, and we're actually on the road heading back. So that's why we don't know how well you guys can hear us.
Exactly.
So,
let's see. We didn't watch the kickoff show, so we're not really going to talk about that. The opening match was the four-way match for the Tag Team Championship. You had the New Day defending against Enzo and Cass, the Club, and the Vaudevillains. This match was sloppy.
Yeah, it was really messy.
It's like everybody's trying to get spots in, just misdirection in a lot of places, and there were plenty of moments where you felt like everybody's timing was just way off. And the finish was ridiculous. The finish was ridiculous. It's like the Club got double teamed. One of the members of the Club, Carl Anderson, was getting double teamed by New Day, and Gallows was just standing there watching them do it.
And he was like, what am I supposed to do?
What am I doing? What am I doing?
Yeah.
I'll go after Big Cass, who wasn't involved in the finish. And then Carl Anderson got hit with the double team by the New Day, and they run over and pin Aiden English, who wasn't even the legal man
to begin with.
Exactly. It's like,
because if you watch it back, he got tagged out by what's his name?
By Carl Anderson,
right.
I believe. And I mean, the match was sloppy and the finish was a disaster.
It was like, what the heck were they thinking?
Exactly. It was horrible. Then the next match, what was the second match?
I don't know.
The second match, I believe, was, but before we talk about the next match, there was a very good promo segment with Kevin Owens, Chris Jericho, and Alberto Del Rio. That promo segment was hilarious, and it was just awesome. I loved it. It was great. Shit, man, I loved it. I couldn't get enough of it. Then the second match was the women's tag team match.
Was it?
I believe it was.
Okay.
Charlotte and Dana Brooke versus Natalya and Becky Lynch. Now, the first thing I got to say is the WWE sure know how to mess up with continuity. It's like, okay, Charlotte just kicked her father, Ric Flair, to the curb. But she still comes out to Ric Flair's remix theme, and she still comes out in a Ric Flair-esque robe, and she still woos and everything. It's like she
still acts like her father.
Yeah, it's like you would think since she threw her father away, she would start to develop her own identity, but no. She kicked her father aside. She
still acts like a Flair.
Yeah, she still acts like her dad. It's like, whatever. The match, oh my God, this match was terrible. This was easily the worst match of the night. It really was. It was horrible.
Yeah.
Timing again it wasn't as off as it was in the first match, but man, it's just pitiful match. It's really sloppy.
It was just like, cat fight just gone awry. It's like, what?
Yeah. The spots were easy to see coming, and some of the ladies were taking bumps too soon. It just looked really messy. The timing was off.
I barely even paid attention to it. I just sat there and played my DS for a little bit.
And I sat back and read a comic book and glanced up at the TV a few times.
That's gotta tell you how bad this match was.
And what makes it just as bad is that the finish. The finish was bad. Charlotte gets the pin, but after Dana Brooke throws Becky Lynch into Natalya, and then Charlotte hits the natural selection for the pin, and that's it. I mean, the fans were chanting at some points in the match, chanting, "We want Sasha," which understandably so, because this whole Charlotte-Natalya feud is just a feud that just will not die. It just will not blow up. It won't go away. But thankfully, I think it went away in this match, because hopefully it did, because of the way that the match ended. And unfortunately, another thing, they're bringing back this shtick where whenever Natalya loses a match, she starts crying. She hasn't done that in a while, but it looks like, unfortunately, they're bringing that lame-ass shtick back to whenever she loses, she starts crying. And, you know, and then just for whatever reason, Natalya decides to, you know, attack Becky Lynch
out of nowhere,
and it's like, I didn't really feel anything from it. I was just like, okay, Natalya's basically turned heel, but what's this going to do for her? It's going to do absolutely nothing. She's going to be stuck in the same, you know, she's going to be stuck in the same spot she's been in for God knows how many years. It's not really going to change her positioning in the company. It really won't.
I agree.
But the match was horrible. The next match. What was the next match?
I can't remember. That's sad. That's
kind of we just got through
done watching it.
We just got through watching the match, and we're already having trouble remembering some of the freaking matches that were on this card. Oh damn! What was the shit? What was that next match after the women's title match? It was the women's title.
Wasn't it John Cena?
No, it wasn't Cena and Styles. I want to say it was.
Come on, you guys, yell it at the screen like we can really hear you.
Yeah.
Say what?
What? It was what?
$10 sale. No, I'm sorry. Wrong track. Track mine. Okay.
Oh man, I'm really having trouble remembering.
Yeah, that's sad.
Let's go ahead and talk about Cena and AJ Styles.
My God.
First of all,
exactly.
First of all, I loved the build. The build they really made this match feel like a big deal. You know, my only problem with the build, as good as the build was, you're building to a throwaway pay-per-view that doesn't have very much significance. I would have saved this kind of build for a match like at SummerSlam or something.
But to me, the whole match was a typical John Cena match.
Yeah, and
it felt like I've seen the match before, but with a different person.
Yeah, we've seen him have matches like this with guys like Daniel Bryan, CM Punk, Bray Wyatt.
Ooh, you said a bad word.
It's like we've seen him have matches like this. Yeah, it's like it's the same Cena formula. Cena has a feud with insert wrestler name here, and then they have, you know, good build, and then they have, you know, basically a Ring of Honor match where everybody's kicking out of everything. I believe Cena would kick out at 2 if you shot him in the forehead with a pistol. But I really think that this match could have really been something had AJ Styles won clean. But I was worried that LOL Cena wins, but instead we got something that's just as bad. AJ Styles wins, yeah,
but he didn't do it clean.
It's one of those but matches.
Ref bump. Man, you could take a ref and just barely touch him with your finger, and he goes and pretends to be knocked out.
Yeah, I said at the actual show, the referee, you put a referee into a coma if you give him a high five. I mean, it's just ridiculous.
No. You just go. And he falls over.
Yeah, you blow on him and it damn near kills him. Yeah, but it's like it's a but finish. Yeah, AJ Styles won, but they had AJ Styles win in a way that they still protect Cena. And speaking of protecting Cena, throughout this entire match they kept doing replays of moves, but I noticed right off the bat. Every time they did a replay during this match, it was always a replay of something that Cena did to AJ. And even you had all the commentators, even the heel commentator in JBL, promoting and praising John Cena. I'm like, when did Bobby the Brain Heenan ever praise Hulk Hogan? When did Jerry Lawler ever praise Stone Cold Steve Austin?
Exactly, and it's like what the hell? Okay, and the spots that they were replaying were stupid.
Yeah, a monkey flip and a back body drop. I mean, you couldn't bother to replay that awesome Hurricane Rana that AJ Styles pulled off of the floor, and you couldn't bother to replay the Pele kick, but we got to replay a monkey flip.
Monkey flip.
Yeah, it's classic. It was classic WWE brainwashing propaganda to try and convince you that John Cena is better than everybody else, and it doesn't matter who you followed all around the world and stuff like that. Yes, AJ Styles got the win, but it was in a cheap bullshit fashion that still protects Cena.
And yet it made it look like AJ Styles can't win a match when we know for a fact that he can win a match by himself.
Yeah, it's just more the WWE bubble.
Look at what he's done throughout his wrestling career and all these different matches that he's won by himself. Mm-hmm. It makes him look weak.
It does. AJ wins, but at the same time he loses.
Because he didn't truly beat John Cena.
Nobody ever truly beats John Cena unless your name's The fucking Rock. Let's see, the Money in the Bank ladder match. Here's a shocking twist, folks. We didn't watch this match. We went into the kitchen to play cards while this match was going on.
We played Cards Against Humanity.
Yeah, we were dead serious.
The last two matches.
All we know is that Dean Ambrose won. We didn't watch the match. I didn't care. I mean, I just all I wanted to know was
just before the end, he gets up to go to the bathroom, and we were all like, no, don't do it. Oh my God, I can't believe Del Rio won.
Yeah, they were trying to trick me into thinking that Del Rio won.
He was like, what? What? All we hear from the bathroom is, what?
Yeah. It's like I come out of the bathroom and I'm like, did Del Rio actually win? They were like, no, Dean Ambrose won. And I was like, yeah, that was Dean Ambrose winning was the best logical and sensible choice. There was already story there, and man, did it really pay off in the end. But we'll get to that.
Yep. But we're still missing a freaking match. What match are we missing?
I feel like we are missing a match. You can't possibly tell me we're going to go from a women's.
Okay, hold on. We win. We've got
the tag
team titles.
Okay, and then the women's match. Then we had I know what it is. Baron Corbin against Dolph Ziggler. The other feud that won't die, and the feud that we never asked for.
Corbin Dallas.
Yeah, Baron Corbin won, pure and simple. I mean, here's the thing. Baron Corbin should have won that match. He needed to win that match. And I'm glad he won that match, because the more I see Dolph Ziggler, the more I hate him, because, oh yeah, I gotta do it. Fuck Dolph Ziggler. But the fact is, the more I see Dolph Ziggler, the more I'm pissed off, because why do so many people love this guy? Dolph Ziggler is one of the most unoriginal wrestlers I have ever seen in my entire life. He came out, he's got Shawn Michaels style tights and boots on with Stone Cold Steve Austin like skulls on. He does the Fameasser, which belonged to Shawn Michaels, Marty Jannetty, and Billy Gunn. He does the super kick, which belongs to Shawn Michaels.
He does nothing.
He does nothing. Everything he does the sleeper hold, which belonged to Roddy Piper, Chief Jay Strongbow. The only move he has, literally the only move he has that he made on his own is the zigzag, and that's a horrible move.
And he didn't even do it.
He didn't even do that. Every move he did tonight was a copy of somebody else's move from the past.
Copyright infringement.
That he should have the worst copyright infringement sprayed on his butt, on the butt of his tights. I mean,
Dolph, copyright infringement, Ziggler.
Yeah, exactly. Once again, fuck Dolph Ziggler. But I'm glad.
I knew we were missing a match.
I'm glad Baron Corbin won. Also, there was also Sheamus versus Apollo Crews.
Oh yeah.
A very physical match. I was surprised that this was on the main.
That was before the women's match.
Yeah, this was before the women. I think it was before the women's match.
It was Red Rooster against.
Red Rooster against Smiling Guy.
But yeah, it was an okay.
It was an okay match.
But it's like, it wasn't memorable. That's why we forgot it.
Yeah, we forgot about it because it was like nothing really memorable happened. Apollo Crews won, and that's pretty much it.
Nothing big happened.
Exactly.
Like, dude, you just beat up, which is he, Rocksteady?
Yeah, he beat up Rocksteady from Ninja Turtles. It's like
Rocksteady's what, the
Rhino.
The Rhino?
Yeah, it's like what a way to promote a movie that one of your superstars is in by having him job. But in all fairness, the right guy won. Apollo Crews did win. I didn't really care for the way he did win, but at least he won. He could have won a little better. Let's see, the United States title match. Rusev defending against Titus O'Neil. Oh, I love the way this match started. This match started so well. It's like Rusev's getting into the Titus O'Neil's kid's face at the beginning of the match.
No, that was at the end of the match.
They happened at the beginning too.
I didn't see it at the beginning.
The way the match began is like Rusev is like taunting Titus's kids, and they ran around the ring and collided with a double clothesline on the floor. I thought that was a great spot. The match was okay for what it was, and the right guy won. Just because it's Father's Day and he's got his kids out there, it doesn't mean you have to do the miraculous super babyface comeback win. I'm glad Rusev retained. I mean, you need to make that title mean something again, because God knows Kalisto was a horrible U.S. champion.
Yeah.
And now that you got the belt on somebody who can really do something with it as a monstrous heel champion like Rusev, this is good.
And I like that Rusev did a heel thing.
He did.
And was like, do you see your father up there?
He got in the kid's face again. That was
the kid slapped him.
Yeah, the kid slapped. That felt old school. That felt old school. You get in the family space, you taunt him for beating their dad. That was great. That was a great moment. Not a bad match though. And then the main event. Roman Reigns, the most popular Samoan in the company right now, again. Defends the WWE World Heavyweight Championship against the Power Ranger Weasel Jesus himself, Seth Rollins.
Hey, I like both of them, thank you.
I like Roman Reigns. I like Seth Rollins. They're both great wrestlers. This match was good.
They're good athletes.
They're very good. They're very good athletes. They're good wrestlers. They're really good. This match was very good. Was it a 5-star match? No, but it probably had one of the best counters I've ever seen to Roman Reigns' spear.
Oh my God.
Oh, that counter was beautiful. He jumped perfectly into a pedigree off the spear. He could have finished the match with that, but of course Roman, pulls a Cena and kicks out at 2. I was very shocked when Rollins hit the pedigree and pinned Roman Reigns. He beat him and won the title, and I was like, yeah, he pinned. It's like 1, 2. I was expecting Roman to kick out. I was expecting Roman to kick out, but he was like 1, 2, 3. He won. He won. Wow, he won the belt, and then the big moment happened where Dean Ambrose came out, and I loved this for several reasons. One, and our friend Norman, he said, now what Dean Ambrose did. Dean Ambrose came out and he cashed in the briefcase and he won the title. But this was brilliant for several reasons. One, it means that Dean Ambrose doesn't have to carry that stupid briefcase around for months and months and months.
And then we don't have to hear about the briefcase for a whole nother year.
Yeah.
Because the briefcase is gone, it's cashed in, and he freaking won it.
Yeah, he won it, and he stuck true to his word. He said, I don't care who it is. He's like he said on a Monday Night Raw. He said, I don't care who it is, if it's Roman or if it's Rollins. I'm going to cash in. I'm going to win the briefcase. I'm going to cash in. I'm going to win that title. And that's exactly what he did. And what makes this even more brilliant is you got to think about this. All three members of the Shield, all three former members of the Shield, held that world title all at once on the same night. That was remarkable, and this sets up the table for what hoping to be a big triple threat match. I want to see a big triple threat match between the three of them for the title at SummerSlam. You can do something with them at Battleground where there's a schmoz and they got to end up doing a triple threat or whatever. But if you're going to do a triple threat match between the three members of the Shield, wait for your biggest party of the summer.
Yep.
It needs to happen at SummerSlam. Don't do it at Battleground. Don't throw an epic match like that away at Battleground just because you're impatient and you got to rush it now.
No, give it some build time. Give the guys some time to build up their frustration at each other and
yeah,
you know.
Exactly.
Because you just got to do it that way. The story-wise, you know, what's the point in rushing it a month later? Have them go at each other. No, give them a couple of months. Give them, you know, some time to
really fester this. Get this story building. Make the fans want it more and more and more. And by the time you get to SummerSlam, they're basically just drooling for this match. They want it so bad, and now they're finally getting it.
I bet you if they do that, they will have a good rating on SummerSlam.
Oh yeah, absolutely. But then again, we're just trying to think about it positively when I know this company very well. They're very impatient. They love to hot shot a lot of garbage. And I'm willing to bet we are going to get a triple threat between the three of them at Battleground, which doesn't need to happen. It needs to happen at SummerSlam. But yeah, overall, and I love that the commentators kept saying, even halfway, not even halfway through the show, hell, even at the
greatest match ever.
No, even at the very beginning of the show, even before the first match happened, they were saying this is the greatest Money in the Bank pay-per-view of all time. I don't know what the hell you were watching, Michael Cole, but was this the greatest Money in the Bank pay-per-view of all time? Absolutely not. It is like one or two great matches with questionable finishes and one main event that had a great finish. It doesn't save an entire pay-per-view. This pay-per-view was I'm not going to do a scale of 1 to 5. I'm going to do, like, you know, school grade system. You know, was it A+? Absolutely not. I would give this show a B.
I wouldn't even give it a B.
I would say either a B or a B-.
I would give it a D.
You would give it a D?
A D.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm torn between a B- or a C+, because it's like the card was impressive. It had an impressive card. It had good build, and the main event and the finish really saved the show. But oh man,
exactly.
It's wow, and you know that the next night on Raw they're going to be calling this the greatest Money in the Bank pay-per-view of all time. They say every pay-per-view is the greatest of all time after every show. I mean,
this is the greatest thing I've ever seen.
Yeah, this is the greatest show of all time. And it's like, oh god, how stupid.
This is the greatest peanut butter I've ever eaten.
Man,
shit, I'm allergic to peanut butter.
It's like, how fucking stupid do you think us fans are, WWE? Jesus. How gullible do you think we are? I mean, no, this was not the greatest Money in the Bank pay-per-view of all time. Hell, I'm even...
greatest pay-per-view ever.
She's sticking with her D grade. I'm still torn between C+ or something, whatever. But the thing is, it is not nearly going to be as great as everybody in that company says it is. But there's our audio review of Money in the Bank.
Our audio review? You talked through the majority of it.
Well, yeah, sorry.
Well, you know more about wrestling than I do, so.
I've been watching it for over 25 years.
Anyway, mister, yes. I'm going to cut you off.
Alrighty.
But, my favorite part of the whole night was the end. Unfortunately, it was the end.
It was the only thing that was memorable.
Because it was like, really, this guy is just gonna come out of nowhere and steal the title off of his former friend and colleague. Like, dude, seriously? Dude.
Well, Dean Ambrose was the babyface, Seth Rollins was the heel. You know, he beat Dean's brother. You know, his best friend. He beat Roman Reigns. So he's going to go out there and screw Seth Rollins the way Seth Rollins screwed Roman Reigns at WrestleMania 31.
Exactly.
You know, you reap what you sow. I mean, that was the perfect way to end the show.
You sow what you reap. Yay! But either way.
Yeah. We had a good time. There were times I had more fun playing cards than watching the actual show. But, oh well, it is what it is.
Yep. It is what it is.
So, tell us what you thought.
You know?
Subscribe while you're at it.
And press like if you like it.
Comment.
Burp.
Excuse you.
But, yeah, if you have any questions, ask.
Yeah. This was fun.
Yes, it was.
Yeah.
And it's hard to end a video. Have you ever noticed that some people have trouble ending a video?
Yeah.
Either way, have fun, stay safe, and